Welcome to Restoring the Mind, where we discuss the mind and brain and all its domains. My name is Khalid Mahmood. Today's topic is the enduring importance of the Fertile Crescent. The Fertile Crescent is a huge area that stretches on the eastern side from Basra through Iraq, follows river Tigris and Euphrates all the way to Turkey, and includes Sham, Al-Quds, and probably includes Egypt as well. This region has undergone regeneration process so many times that it is impossible to find the exact numbers in history. Regeneration in terms of genetics, genes, and knowledge. This area has experienced so many invasions that every rising empire has deemed it necessary to conquer it. Most major empires, including the Egyptians, Pharaohs, the Greeks, the Macedonians, Romans, Mongols, Tatars, and the Muslims, as well as the West, prudently deemed it necessary to conquer the Fertile Crescent and include this region as part of their empires. The Fertile Crescent undoubtedly is like a magnet. It attracts invaders and is probably the most conquered region in the history of mankind, as well as bringing a new pool of genes into the region. The invaders always brought with them parts of their cultures, their religions, and most importantly, new knowledge related to almost every conceivable domain. So the region actually does benefit from invaders. The regeneration benefits the area. The invasions serves as a challenge that roused the region. The invaders brought new impetus to the region. Actually, if you look at it, the areas that were less invaded, for example, Australia's Aborigines or the Red Indians in Americas, they were basically wiped out. They couldn't really face the challenge. They couldn't do anything at all about it. And because the reason is they were not regularly challenged and they were wiped out into the history's dustbins. Probably because of that. You have to be regularly challenged, and that is very, very important. At the moment, one of the probably the biggest region that is being challenged is Middle East again. But that also includes Afghanistan. Not in the Middle East, and it's not in the Fertile Crescent, I understand. But Afghanistan does have a huge future, a very bright future, very big future, and I will explain why. At the moment, the Western media is probably just negative propaganda about it. But Afghanistan is likely to become a powerhouse pretty soon. If you look at the history, the powerhouses, they always had their own natural resources and huge amounts of them. If you look at the British, they had coal and they used their brains and invented steam engines and other technologies. America has had a huge amount of oil at its disposal, as well as many other natural resources. But now all those natural resources are diminishing at a very fast pace. UK is losing its own oils and everything. The future is lithium, and Afghanistan is sitting on the world's biggest lithium stocks. So I think the Taliban will be able to use their natural resources, and they already have everything else they need to modernize as well as to make investments in their country, and I think they will have a huge future. I do not believe that they will go for war, civil war. The reason being is that although foreign countries will try to meddle in, because the foreign countries want slice of the cake, even if crumbs if possible. But I think Taliban will, after 50 years of civil wars and invasions, have learned their lessons. So I think they will make use of their natural resources. The other country that has huge natural resources and will kind of make use of them is Israel. Yes, I said Israel. There are huge amount of natural resources in the Dead Sea, and Israel knows it, and they will use it. And that is one of the biggest reason why they don't want Palestinians to have anything to do with it. They actually want to kick them out as fast and as much as possible. Will they succeed or will they not? That's another argument. But I do believe that these natural resources in the Dead Sea and the natural resources in Afghanistan are going to play a huge role in the coming geopolitics of the region. And these are the two natural resources that will shape the future of the region. The region of the Fertile Crescent has always been very, very important. The reason in the past it's been very, very important is because it connects the three continents: Africa, Asia, and Europe. If Asia wanted to dominate, wanted to trade with Europe or with Africa, it had to go through that region. If any of them other subcontinents, any continents wanted to trade with, for example, the India's spices, the Arabs were able to kind of bring the spices from India, from the Far East, and sell them to the Europeans, and the Arabs were the middlemen. But as soon as Vasco da Gama found the route and had direct access to the natural resources, to the spices and other things which the Europeans wanted, the Arabs were sidelined and the Arab economies began to decline. So having access to your own natural resources is probably the most important thing that helps you rise to power. And at the moment, I do see the future is in Asia. Thank you.